How do we make our district open defecation free? My friend Ganesh Mishra from Madhya Pradesh put it up very beautifully. They said there are 5 or 6 things which are critical, and I am sharing the same with all of you. The first thing he said was passion. Uh, Passion or some kind of madness to do this work is important, because this is a program which is a program of societal change. It's little beyond a typical government program. It requires a zeal that comes from within. It requires one leading the program from front. It requires leadership. It requires coordination. It requires little madness. So we've seen that the districts which are becoming open defecation free have one such champion who's taking it full throttle, and because of him or her the district is moving. The second element would be knowing the correct approach. So if I have to make my district open defecation free, I have to understand what exactly is open defecation free. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to construct toilets for the people, or am I supposed to influence behavior of people, of villages, so that they all appreciate that it is for their good that they shouldn't go out in the open? Do I make this dream a common dream of every individual of my district, so that everybody aspires for it? It's a very big goal, and it has to be everybody's goal. The behavior change has to be collective of a village, not of few individuals. Everybody needs to realize that few people going out in the open can affect our health, and therefore we cannot let them go out, and we have to change. It is important because if we as people do it, we would be able to sustain it also. So the approach is not a target driven approach. The approach is one where I know what the outcomes are. I know what are the right processes which should be undertaken to achieve those outcomes, and I'm sure why I am doing so. Now this will involve some capacity building of my team. I'll need a team to undertake this war. This is a war on shit, no different from maybe the war on independence which was fought some years ago. People of our generation did not have an opportunity to participate in that war. Here is an opportunity that we can join this war on shit. But we need to have proper astra shastra. Which are those astra shastras? So our skills in engaging people are those astras and shastras. In this program of Swachh Bharat Mission-Gramin, it will not cut ice with people if we were to go give some bhashan, try to impose solutions on the people. In this program, we might require to go and talk to people, stand with them in places where they are defecating in the open, ask them questions as to where this shit has come from and where it is going, which will make them think, introspect, and feel that what they are doing may be wrong. And when they realize that and say that we want to stop it, our half the war is won. These kinds of skills, which originated from community-led total sanitation devised by Kamal Kar, has seen many innovations over the time. There are lots of tools that are developing, and you may develop more of them. Basic principle is we work with the people, we let solutions emerge from the community, and once these capacities are generated, they have to be polished. There needs to be training, retraining on all these aspects. The fourth aspect is starting work. We can continue to debate which is the best policy, which is the best approach, what works best, what are the positives, negatives of each approach, etc. But we do not have time. We need to understand what are the basic things that have worked elsewhere. We need to test those against commonsensical principles and what appeals to our heart, and we have to take the first step. Once we start working and we get the initial few successes, we need to strategize to escalate. But we must start first. As we work, we have to constantly improve on the way. We have to see what are the problems being faced by our team at the grassroots level. How do we address those issues? Is it a motivation issue? Is it a policy issue? Lots of flexibility is there in this program. Use that flexibility for the achieving the final outcome. Use that flexibility to promote innovations. But constantly innovate, constantly improve. In a district in India, they were earlier using the government grassroots people as motivators or Swachh. When they realized that these officials have a lot of burden of implementing their own programs, they engaged non-governmental people, people from village, youngsters, and the results got that much better. So what works in my district, how can I improve it? We have to be constantly on that strategizing. And the final thing, finish it before the fatigue sets in. This work requires a lot of hard work, passion, working day in and day out, working on your fourth or fifth gear constantly. Working at this energy level for a common person is possible for a few months to a few years. So do it before the fatigue sets in. This may be your last chance.